Welcome to the HindmanCast, a podcast of the Hindman Settlement School, where we explore the history, culture, and people that make the Hindman Settlement School what it is today, and how this historic institution will continue to serve its mission of celebrating heritage and changing lives in Central Appalachia. I'm Corey Terry. And welcome to another episode of the HindmanCast, coming to you here in the month of February. And things are starting to look a little bit better here in Hindman compared to what we had back in January, where we spent about 3 weeks of that month covered in ice and snow and freezing temperatures all the time. But it's starting to look a little bit better outside now. I'm feeling warmer. The sun's out shining, and it feels really nice. And things are starting to kick off a lot here at the Settlement School this time of year. Just last night we had Grow Appalachia sign-ups here on campus and had a great turnout for that. We've got events coming up this weekend with our Gather and Grow events. We got a write-in coming up where writers come and just sort of spend a casual time here on campus writing, and all kinds of other good opportunities coming up here at the Settlement School as we ramp up things here for the spring coming up, and it's starting to get real exciting here on campus. But for today, we're going to sort of take a step back a little bit and look into the history of Hindman Settlement School with our archives. And Sarah Insalaco, our archivist, is going to sit down with two members of our NCCC AmeriCorps team that has been here in the past little bit, who were here working on our archives and helping to preserve and restore those documents that were affected in the flood from July 2022. And they were also here doing other projects. They helped clean out our greenhouse, helped work with some trail stuff. They also did a lot of work over at Apple Shop in Whitesburg as well, in partnership with them. So we're going to sit down with them. Their name is Bradley and Mara, two members there of the NCCC team, and get a little bit of perspective on what it was like for them coming here to Hindman and doing this work and getting to experience the culture here and just some of the work that they did. So without further ado, we'll hand it over to Sarah.
Welcome, Mara and Bradley, to the Hindman podcast. I am Sarah. I'm the archivist here. And so for the last, how long have you guys been here?
I think this is the fifth week.
Fifth week out of six?
Out of six.
Yeah, so the fifth week that they're here. So yeah, let's just jump right in. So just introduce yourself and tell me where you're from.
Sounds good. Hello, I'm Bradley Johnson. I grew up about an hour outside Chicago, Illinois. Do you want the AmeriCorps part, or just
we were going to get to the AmeriCorps part, so you could do we could just do the introduction and then we'll get to AmeriCorps.
Okay. Sounds good.
Awesome.
Hi, my name is Mara. I'm a Corps member on Maple 2. I'm the CRR, the Community Relations Representative.
Nice. So I know how old you are, but how old are both of you?
25.
I'm 19.
All right. So what led you guys to AmeriCorps, particularly NCCC?
That's a really good question. So I already finished undergraduate, graduated with
You're good. You're good.
Okay. Graduated with undergraduate in mechanical engineering. Started working right out of school. Accepted a job before I even graduated. Was out in Southern California working, like corporate engineering world. Quickly realized I didn't like that job. So I moved to Florida to be closer to family. Started a new job there. Same thing. More corporate engineering related. That job was okay. Mm-hmm. Liked it. Didn't love it. And one day I was out hiking with my brother, and it was beautiful out. And I had this epiphany of, what am I doing? Like, wasting my days for something I don't truly care about. I don't really find too much passion in. So I decided that day I was gonna leave that job, but I didn't do it. I wanted to make sure I had a backup plan. So I started looking around because I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do or where I wanted to go. I just knew I wanted something that I wake up every morning, I'm like, yes, I love this. I came across NCCC, where you kind of do a variety of projects in a variety of locations. Like, this sounds like a perfect next step. And the rest is history.
I graduated high school in 2024, and then I attended a semester of college, and I was like, this isn't for me quite yet, so I want to, like, find something to fill the time, kind of open my eyes to new industries and, like, kind of what I want to really do with my... So my parents were like, oh, you should check out AmeriCorps. So I did research, found NCCC. I love the concept of, like, doing new things in a bunch of different places, and just there's so many opportunities. And I was like, yeah.
Awesome. So when you found out you were coming to Eastern Kentucky, what were your first impressions?
Very first impression, I honestly, like, in the back of my brain, considered it as, like, part of the Midwest. It was like, oh, it's going to be flat and cornfields and boring. And also, like, the basic idea of, like, Appalachia is kind of like this dark, mysterious, detached from the rest of the, country. So I didn't really know much, just like these, one, Midwest ideas plus Appalachian ideas. And, yeah, not too much besides, like, the basic, I guess, cultural mainstreams or ideas around the region.
Yeah. I also had only heard, like, the spooky, dark stuff of, like, the Appalachia region. I didn't really know anything. I also thought it was going to be more flat. I didn't think it was going to be, like, as mountainy and hilly as it is. But, yeah, I don't know. I really enjoy it here.
Awesome.
Reminds me of home.
We liked having you here. So it's going to be hard to watch you guys leave. So when you arrive, you have all these stereotypes. Have we challenged those in any way, or have you been like, oh, yeah, that was right. Like, what have we challenged anything for you? If so, what?
Yeah, I think all of them. Well, first, just arriving here, just like the basic idea of the topography. It's not flat Midwest.
It's not flat. We are not flat. Nope.
There's definitely a lot more. This might be rude to say to the Midwesterners. A lot more. I'm gonna say culture than the Midwest.
Thank you.
No, and I don't think it's detached or, like, separated from the rest of the country. I think here there's a deep devotion to the region and to the history, and there's a lot more emphasis on sticking with that, preserving that, keeping that alive, which might put on this facade as separated, but I don't think it's. I think it's misperceived. It's more of a devotion to the region and to the heritage instead of, just jumping to everything else that the rest of the country might be doing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Brad. I thought it was going to be like, well, like, it kind of is very isolated. Like, there's not a huge population, like a small community. But I wasn't expecting it to be, like, as strong as it is. So, like, can you repeat the question?
How have we challenged or conformed to the stereotypes?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I also thought it was going to be very, like, I don't know. What's another word for hillbilly?
Rural? Conservative?
Yes, like, very rural and conservative. And it's kind of not. Like, it's more open and, like,
I would say once we get to know you, I think we're welcoming.
oh, very welcoming.
Yeah.
Like, everyone out on the streets, even, like, everyone's so welcoming. They treat you as a friend on site.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
that's definitely not what I was expecting.
Absolutely. So before you even step foot on campus, either here at Hindman Settlement School or at Apple Shop, like, what were your first impressions of, like, our institutions?
So before actually arriving, knew very little about each organization, basically just what was in the project application, which emphasized more on, like, the work we'd be doing than the actual organizations themselves. So we have to do a briefing for NCCC staff. So we did some research into the organizations. It's more of a quick run through the website, get the the hot main points, look at the mission statement. But before actually arriving, I knew very, very little. But with that, I kind of like that. I don't want to build this idea in my brain about what you guys are about before actually arriving here and jumping in, meeting everyone. So came here with minimal knowledge.
I also didn't come here knowing much. Like, I didn't know anything besides some of the work that we'd be doing, and still it's a surprise most days. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't think that it was gonna be like this at all. Like, I feel like I'm at home.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. A lot of people actually say that when they come on to campus. There's like, I feel at home. Like, I feel a sense of like closeness, community, somewhat of a family. And so, yeah, you're not the first people to say that. So I definitely agree with that. So you're here working on the flood recovery, both here at HSS as well as Apple Shop. What surprised you the most about stepping into this kind of project?
I guess, I don't know, the variety of work. I was picturing we come in and we just, there's all these damaged items. We grab them, we quickly clean them and move them. Just kind of like rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. But no, we've done a variety of different work, and each day kind of brings a new surprise. Working with Hindman here, there's a good amount of, you sit down with gloves and a mask, going through, being patient, going through individual pieces of paper, individual documents, getting the flood mud, killing the mold. And then with Apple Shop, you might be doing something completely different, just moving thousands of pounds of items in a day. And also we've cleaned out greenhouses. We've traveled around to different storage facilities, and we're just always doing something new. So they're just the surprise, the variety of work we've done.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of like it, though. Like, I like starting the week off with Hindman, kind of like ease back into work, and then more manual labor later in the week. Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoy it. I like just, like, my favorite is just to, like, sit down, put on some music or a show, and just, like, scrape away and just do your thing.
And that's the thing when I tell people, archiving is very, very repetitive. So it's always nice to like put your earbuds in, listen to a podcast, watch a show, listen to music.
Gab.
I mean, I don't gab because I'm usually working alone. That'd be a little weird, but yeah, you can. And it makes the time go by faster. But yeah, I totally understand. It's so cathartic and therapeutic, and I really love my job. So, all right. So you've been partnering with Shane, Terry. We got a shout out to Shane.
Shout out Shane.
And Apple Shop and Hindman, we both carry very deep significance to Appalachia. How has working with these organizations, or with me and Shane, have shaped your understanding of the region?
I think there's two big aspects here. I think the first one's just like the size of the archive and the archive in general. You just see how deep the history goes and how important it is to the region, to the people. Going through all these documents or all these artifacts, and you can sit and just quickly read through them, and you get a real taste of life, of the region, of the history. And also, like, working with you, working with Shane, the people aspect, just the size of the community, how large your network is, and how important that is to getting things done, how everyone comes together to preserve the archive.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. And, like, when we're working at Cozy Corner in Whitesburg, just, like, being stopped on the street, and Shane just knows everyone, just talking to everyone. And, like, how you have connections, like, when we went to the library, like, it's just such a big community, and it's just so nice to see, and like the work. I love being a part of like restoring it and knowing that it'll be used and it's appreciated.
Yeah. So the reason why you guys are really here is because back in 2022 we had we call it the flood. It was the worst natural disaster in eastern Kentucky's modern history. 46 people killed, and Knott County had the highest one. So what were your impressions of what you were coming into, it being like 3 years out from the flood? Did you think that like it would be like, well, why are they taking so long to recover after that, or like what were your impressions? Or like we're researching the flood, because I know I gave you information on to research that.
I was expecting, I guess I didn't know the size of the archives, or like how much material there was. I definitely thought, after 3 years, because I was picturing, I don't know, like this small little library of cute documents. So just the sheer size, I guess, changed my initial thoughts. But yeah, it kind of like, 3 years later, what's happening? I guess I didn't have a good image of what everything would look like. Getting here, it's definitely surprising. You see some things are like perfectly fine as if they haven't been touched, and some things are still wet, just smothered in mold. It's definitely, it was definitely a surprise to see the amount of work that there still is, even 5 weeks in.
Yeah.
The sheer amount of work that needs to be done to fully recover.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this. I think Hindman Settlement School is in a better situation that we've recovered most of our materials, and Apple Shop just hasn't had the help. So I knew Shane was like eternally grateful for NCCC. So the next couple questions are about the discoveries that you've made while you've been working in the archive. But has there been a particular item, either here or at Apple Shop, that have just stuck with you since then?
Personally, I think I'm into history. So I think that like everything is so cool. Like being able to hold these old documents in your hand is just so cool. And as a Hamilton fan, I'm quite excited that I found the 1952 version of the book. And after like Shane looked through it and made sure there was nothing that they needed, I'm very proud and honored to say that I'll be taking it home with me.
Aw, Shane. That's
so
awesome.
I'm really excited about that.
That's awesome.
Literally everything is just so cool.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, I'll jump in with that. It's just crazy to hold and handle these documents that are much older than any of us in this room, which is, it's crazy. You're literally holding history and these items which are extremely significant to the people of the area. It's just like this living, breathing document. And it's hard to pick a specific item. There's been thousands and thousands and thousands of things that have passed our hands. I think each day we pass some cool stuff. I think one of the coolest things was here with Hindman going through the files. There's some correspondence between like Hindman staff, the settlement school, and then donors donating money, and you'll see like the same people year in year out, and you can see like as the years go on, like the correspondence become more warm, more welcoming, and like you can see like the bonds that are made because of the settlement school.
Definitely. Yeah. Awesome. So you're out in the community a lot, and you get stopped in the community a lot. I know we went to Hazard Coffee, and the gentleman there just loved talking to you. But have you had any other memorable interactions with community members during your service?
I think this is like not necessarily a daily thing, but at least a weekly thing where it's whether we're just getting out of the van or we're walking to a coffee shop or walking from one work site to the other. We're always being stopped and talking with people, the community. We'll kind of explain who we are, what we're doing, and I think every little interaction like that, everyone's always so grateful, and that just kind of also shines light on it really makes us feel like that the work we're doing is making a real difference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a pretty regular thing.
Yeah. Yeah, just like the amount of conversations we've had with people, like in my hometown, like you don't just walk up to someone and you're just like, hey, how's it going? Like, so it's crazy, like the comfortability that everyone has.
Yeah.
And it's just so easy to talk to everyone.
Yeah.
And they're so interested and like eager to know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's just like really nice to see.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like appreciated.
Yeah.
And like they're just really thankful, so it's nice.
They are. Yeah. So let's talk more about your teamwork and experience. So what is something that you've learned about yourselves or your team through this work?
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't particularly think of myself as the most patient person with a lot of things. But
That's shocking, honestly.
That's what I'm saying.
but going through like the work with Hindman, like going through the individual piece of paper, spending 10 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe longer on a single document, I've actually really grown to love to spend that time and really make it as restored as possible without doing any further damage. So I guess developing, an enjoyment for slower things, becoming more patient. And then for the team, I guess just seeing everyone kind of slowly gel together, communicate better with each other, just kind of work smoothly and safely each day more and more and more effectively.
Yeah, and as for myself, I hate like being uncomfortable. Like I don't like unknowns, so I've had to like come to being comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's like been the biggest part for me is like being able to adapt easier, being more flexible. And that's just been like the biggest growth for me. And as for the team, I mean, I just think that during our time here, we've really gotten to like knowing how each other work. We've gotten into a groove. We work efficiently and fast. And then like also personally, like personalities are like really truly coming out now. Like we don't have that kind of like facade up anymore. And yeah, I'm just really appreciative for everyone on my team and my TL. He's done a great job at directing us and teaching us over our time here. So
All right. So has this experience changed how you think about archives, libraries, and cultural heritage?
For archives in general, I guess before this, I don't think it ever crossed my mind. I don't think I ever thought it was a thing outside of like a museum.
Okay.
So I guess it just in general opened up a whole new perspective of what's out there and the idea of preserving and archiving.
Yeah.
Whether it's something like this where it's cultural significance, or we went to Berea, kind of discussed that now corporate businesses are doing this.
Yeah.
So I guess it just opened a whole new perspective of what's out there in the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah, just like the amount is crazy. Like when we went to Berea College, like there was so much and it was so old and it was so cool to see. Like I hadn't known anything about this, like Brad, like only in museums. And so just kind of seeing the work that goes in behind it, like from recovery to just like putting it out there. Like it's just so cool.
You got it. Yeah. Yeah. So for future NCCC members who might come to Hindman, what advice would you give them?
That's a really, really good question. I think a really important question. I think this program is chaotic and unpredictable, and stressful and amazing. I think anyone coming into this just needs to be flexible and patient and being able to try new things, being comfortable with being uncomfortable, as Mara said. Like, you just never know what's going to happen. You think you know what's going to happen, and then something out of the blue, complete 180. So just the biggest thing is learning to be flexible without breaking and just being okay with being uncomfortable.
Definitely. I know there's been a number of times where I've been like, plans have changed. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Mara, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely flexibility is a huge thing. And just like, we're here to help. And so you guys are very relaxed and like, oh, take your time. And I think that that's really nice because we tend to overwork sometimes. I think we work really hard and we do our best here. And I think that that's the goal. And I think just knowing your limits, knowing what you can and can't do, being cautious for your safety and others really is super important. And just, working, getting things done.
Getting things done.
Yeah. You're an AmeriCorps member and you will get stuff done.
Yes.
I remember. I remember. So there is a right or wrong answer for this. So will this experience influence your future career paths or interests?
Oh, that's scary.
Brad?
Believe me, there is a right answer.
Will it have an impact? I think yes. Like everything we're doing here, from the physical work to learning about the community to getting, I guess, diving into the community to diving deeper into like the team environment. I think all that plays a role in us kind of developing and growing. Will the archiving work directly be a thing in my a career path? I don't think so.
That's fine. That's fine.
I do like the idea of being deeply involved in the community. I actually really enjoy that aspect. I think that's important for people. But I don't know about the archiving aspect.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm patient enough yet for that.
It's all good. I understand.
As Brad said, like I enjoy the community aspect, like being involved. I think that it definitely will impact what I do. As a more historical person, I think that it's not out of the cards for me.
Okay.
Like I really enjoyed what.
Well,
we've
if you
done
need a
here.
letter of recommendation, let me know. So,
Will do.
yeah.
But yeah, I think it's definitely on the table for me.
Awesome. Cool. Good to know. So I've asked you questions. Do you have any questions for me? Or
Oh,
closing
we didn't.
comments?
You didn't tell us this.
I know.
So you spent a lot of time away from, I guess, the Appalachian region, and you got coming back. What brought you back?
Kind of a mix of a couple things. 2022 was just a particularly hard year in my life. Lost a lot of family members and friends that year, and one of the most influential people who passed away was my grandpa, and he was from Whitesburg, just where Apple Shop is. And I was really missing him, and I was just really missing the mountains and Appalachian home. And so when I was in my last year of grad school, I was 29 years old, and I said, by the time I'm 30, I want to have a job in the Appalachian region, hopefully in archiving. And then lo and behold, the job posting came up. And a day before my 30th birthday, I got the job here.
Nice.
So I just think it was just, however you see it, I was like, maybe this is just meant to be. And it's also just been healing as well. The flood affected everybody, personally. Even though I was not here, I still had family that was involved. And so healing, really, and just wanting to be back where my roots are is the reason why I mainly came back. And I've noticed that a lot of people, one of my really good friends, she came back after her grandparents left, and then her parents didn't come back, and now she's back here. So there's a number of us that are returning to the area. So, yep, that was a good question. Yeah. Any others?
I don't think mine will be as good.
No, go ahead.
But like, what's your favorite part about working on this campus, and how do you guys like stay so close, like as coworkers or friends?
I think we all have a deep admiration and respect for everything that everybody does on campus. I can say this, I genuinely love everybody that I work with. I know that if there's an issue at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can call someone. And we kind of all live, a majority of us live on campus, and so we're all like living together. And so we've just kind of just bonded that way. We, obviously I'm not saying like there aren't any issues, like there's issues in every workplace, but I just genuinely love them. And when you have that love and respect, you're able to create boundaries. And so we do have the boundaries up, but I mean, I just love the fact that if I need something, I can call, or if they need something, they can call me. And we also just have a mutual love and respect for the mission of Hindman Settlement School. Like, if you don't, like, people who don't like this place don't last very long. Like, you have to really love it here. And so that's how we do it.
Yeah.
That was a good question.
Do you think?
Any more questions?
Not off the
Speak
top of my
now
head,
or
no.
forever hold your peace. All right, I think that's it. Thank you.
And with that, we thank you, Sarah, and for Bradley and Mara coming by to join us on the podcast today. And thank you for your work that you did here at the Settlement School, helping to preserve our heritage, preserve the archive, and all the great resources that we have there within the archives that was damaged from the floods. And we thank you all for tuning in to the HindmanCast today. And I want to remind you to please go check out our website, www.hindman.org/calendar, to keep up to date with any events that we have going on here at the Settlement School. There's all kinds of opportunities for you to get involved, whether you're interested in our foodways programs or literary programs or traditional arts programs. So much is kicking off right now and getting started, and lots of great opportunities to get involved with. So I encourage you to go, once again, to www.hindman.org/calendar. Check out all the events there that we have coming up and get involved here at the Settlement School. And if you would like to donate and support the work here at Hindman Settlement School, we encourage you to go to hindman.org/donate. Check out the information there. There's different levels of giving societies that you can be a part of that will get you some good gifts and thank yous there. So please check that out as well. And until next time, my name is Corey Terry, and we'll see you then.
The HindmanCast is brought to you by the faithful and generous supporters of the Hindman Settlement School. For over 100 years, we've been celebrating heritage and changing lives in Central Appalachia. If you're interested in supporting the work of Hindman Settlement School, you can go to our website at www.hindman.org, or you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the handle @HindmanSchool.